5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Navarro. And Winslow pulls it down.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Over to the wing.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vestige into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Bulls. Navarro, the pass to Navarro. And that one's good. Jay's got 29 in the game. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny it.
A great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check.
Bosh, the screen. Pass to Ennis. 5 on the clock. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Here's Navarro. Miami grabs the miss. Tang's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Now here's Butler. Here's Navarro. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Terrific game for Clutch. He's got 10 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Definitely. It's the blocks, the rebounds. You name it, he's done it.
Stoudemire's checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Winslow. Tipped away. The pass to Navarro. Stoudemire with the double team. Rondo kicks to Butler. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist in the game. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well. I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
And the basket good.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here. Boy, Stoudemire doing a nice job setting that screen. Very nice.
And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That is his first foul of the game.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
The Heat making a switch here. Aflalo's checked in. For Miami, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Bosh up and in on the layup. Bosh has got 4 points this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. The boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
Out to Stoudemire. Pass to Aflalo. Rondo against Nelson. Bosch sets the pick for Nelson. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, the scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
And Miami has possession. The Bulls getting the bucket. Bosch, the screen. Nelson dishes to Bosch. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And there's Jameer Nelson on the assist by Bosch.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Wade.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of fours like that on draft night.
Kicks to Nelson. Outside Bosch. Heat moving the ball around. Feeds to Stoudemire. Bosch, no one around him. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Boston Celtics. Rondo passes to Navarro. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. 43 points for Clutch.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Stoudemire, the screen, out left to the wing. From the baseline, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Bosch drives in.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Aflalo. Richardson kicks to Bosch. Aflalo against Butler. Aflalo dishes to Richardson. The 3 from Bosch. And the Heat, another 3.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Offensive rebound. Passes to Navarro. Second shot opportunity. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Jay's got it, got 41.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Miami's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Here's Nelson, and another basket for Miami.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Pass to Navarro. Fires the 3. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
They get a hand on it. Here's Navarro, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here is Nelson. The Bulls getting the bucket. And that one's good by Bosch.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Navarro, the pass to Navarro. Another one falls for Chicago.
he has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Wade against Richardson. Down low, here's Nelson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Navarro, the pass to Navarro. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Jay. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Winslow comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Ennis in for Richardson.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
It's Nelson up top. He's covered by Rondo. And good on the basket. Book it.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Here's Bosch after the made shot from Jameer Nelson. Bosch kicks to Winslow. Good ball movement here by Miami. Outside Bosch from downtown. Here's Whiteside. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Three-pointer, Wade, and he gets it to go.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Jump ball.
So it's Miami now. Bosch dishes to Nelson. Here's Ennis. Nelson, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's Navarro. From deep three-point range, misses there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He had a triple-double tonight, which is a perfect example of how strong his play has been. The fact that this is yet another triple-double game for him is a true mark of his consistency playing at the highest level.
And this kid has some swagger tonight. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith,